Maserati Quattroporte, AM330, 1976–90. The third generation of the Maserati Quattroporte, tipo AM330, was developed under the Alejandro de Tomaso Geppi ownership. After the brief parenthesis of the Citroën front-wheel drive Quattroporte 2, the third generation went back to the classic formula of rear-wheel drive and a large Maserati V8 engine. The exterior design was penned by Giorgio Giugiaro. From 1974 to 1976, Giorgio Giugiaro presented two design show cars on Maserati platforms, called the Medici I and Medici II. The latter had features that would make it into the production version of the third generation of the Quattroporte. A pre-production Quattroporte was introduced to the press by the then Maserati president Alejandro de Tomaso on November 1, 1976, in advance of its debut at the Turin Motor Show later that month. It was only 3 years later though, in 1979, that the production version of the car went on sale. De Tomaso, who disliked Citroën, removed all of the influence of the French marque from the car. The quad-cam V8 engines built from scratch for the Kyalami were used as well as other mechanical parts. The SM-V8 engine prototype under development in the Citroën ownership was also scrapped and the staff was replaced, the most notable being head engineer Giulio Alfieri, who was replaced by Aurelio Bertacci. The hydraulic system of the Quattroporte 2 was replaced by a conventional power steering setup and the suspension geometry was akin to the Jaguar XJ. Initially badging reading 4-port was used, but this was changed in 1981 to one spelling out Quattroporte. Two versions of the V8 engine were available, a 4,930cc, 4.9 liters, version generating a maximum power output of 280 PS, 206 kilowatts, 276 horsepower, and a smaller built-to-order 4,136cc, 4.1 liters. Engine generating 255 PS, 188 kilowatts, 252 horsepower, which was phased out in 1981. The interior was upholstered in leather untrimmed in briarwood. The climate controls came from the Mopar part spin on early US spec cars. In 1984, the climate control system was upgraded to share parts with the mass-produced biturbo. The Quattroporte 3 marked the last of the hand-built Italian cars. All exterior joints and seams were filled to give a seamless appearance. From 1987 onwards, the Royale superseded the Quattroporte. The Quattroporte 3 was an instant success and 120 units were sold in Italy alone.